welcome back to The Hills.
React.
Yes. So, yeah, go ahead.
Well, you talked the last one. I want to talk this time.
Okay.
So this is Amberlynn. This is a reaction to Amberlynn responding to Valentine and her wife. And you may be thinking, aren't you a little bit late on the uptick? And you're right.
You're right, we are. Because we
can't help it. This era is moving at warp speed.
I know.
Okay, it is flying faster than Amberlynn going to the Cheesecake Factory for some orange chicken. And it will be very interesting because this whole Erica Brittany era was just a distraction for us. She's like the greatest political network in that everything is something so benign and whatever is just a distraction from the real evil that's happening, which is the fact that which was revealed in the live stream last night. Yes. The fact that Tommy is still around, probably still in the building.
They moved in. She
moved in. Let's just call it like it is. She moved in. And this whole thing was just a distraction from the fact that Tommy is here and she's completely. And you know what? Amber? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Fine.
We're not going to talk about Tommy anymore. We're not going to try to give you advice. We're not going to try to save you anymore.
No, you don't appreciate it. You're going to bitch at us. You don't appreciate it,
and you get it. You know what? What is it called? Live the life you deserve.
Yeah.
Live the life you deserve.
No, because I mean, honestly, I've not had it. We'll keep watching and reacting and whatnot, but I just had it.
Yeah, good thing when we just started.
but I just had it with this smug freaking attitude of hers that we're gonna come at this video because we're a little bit late from the angle of stuff we already know.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the live stream now. And maybe we'll even, if we have time, we'll do the live stream, or that'll be part 3 or whatever. But just knowing what we know now, because there was a point when I was watching this that I saw her look over, or she literally addressed someone, what is it called, or something. She literally was talking to someone, full on, talking to someone, and I'm like,
so we all know that Tommy is there and has been there since that weekend they shared together. Yeah. I guess when they did nothing but drink, and Amber has done nothing but drink since Tommy's been in the picture.
She was drinking last night.
She's probably, part of feeding isn't necessarily always feeding. It could be
alcohol,
drinking, too. So she's probably buying all the alcohol, telling her, "Let's get drunk tonight. Let's have fun. Let's party. Let's be loose. Let's just have a good time, girl." Meanwhile, you're feeding her. How many calories does a buzzball have? Too many.
Too many for. I'm going to put it up here.
Especially when you drink 4 of them.
4 to 6.
And then whatever that can of Seagram's peach, whatever it was. It's what it looked like to me. Yeah. It was Seagram's moment type situation type deal.
Oh, and this new accent or voice that she does.
This new personality.
We'll get into that. We'll watch the.
You know what? We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll get into that when we do.
Way ahead of ourselves. When we react to that, we'll address all these other things. But my point is,
yes,
we're going to be looking at this through the lens of what we know from her live stream last night. So it is late. Yes, you're right. But it'll be more interesting this way.
Right, because now we know.
Yeah. Because now she's admitted things. And it'll be crazy to see if we can catch her in any other lies when she's talking about this. So, and I do have some thoughts. So, no.
Let's go.
No, let's go. I've literally, I don't even want to watch the live stream again because it's so fucking annoying.
Cringe. But hopefully, either Apathetic Facts or Salty Crab has a TLDR that we can just watch the highlights.
Yeah,
if you can call them highlights from the stream.
The lowlights, let's be real.
Yeah, the lowlights. Oh my god.
Hits.
Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Let's get into it because we're just fapping on now. Where's the sound? Oh, there it is.
There it is. I guess there was one.
Erica and her wife.
Oh god.
Amber just went live to tell her side of the story, which is in response to Valentine/Erica and her wife Brittany speaking out. So if you haven't seen that and need some context, go ahead and watch that first. I'll have it linked below and right here.
We watched it.
I just want to make it
or you could watch our reaction to it.
Yeah.
The link will be in the description of this video.
The only reason why I ever said Erica's name is because
it's amazing how you can cry and not shed a single
Not shed
tear.
a single tear. There's no tears. There's not a single tear. And then, at a certain point in this, because I remember I made a note to myself when I saw this, was she goes from, or was it a different video? Maybe you were there, but she goes from the to normal cadence, normal everything in a
No,
second.
yeah, I think that was the other one.
That was the other one, yeah. But
it's anybody can make their voice go like this and be like,
make your eyes a little shiny, get the mucus in your throat.
Yeah.
You know, do all. Yeah, you can 100% just do that. And she's very good at it. Well, she's not good at it, but she thinks she is. She thinks we're fooled by that. Yeah. That's all she thinks she has to do. She pats the inner corners of her eyes or the outer corners.
Exactly.
But no actual tears ever.
Yeah, which is a trick to actually make yourself cry.
Yeah.
Like, irritate your eyes so that you cry.
Get some jalapeno, like Fritos dust on your fingers, and then just
She has
some
that
hot
there
Cheeto
anyway.
dust. Well, yeah, well that's my point.
She's got flaming hot Cheeto dust on her fingers anyway.
So you'd think she'd be good at it, but anyway. But she watch whenever she does that, and I guarantee you the next sentence is, so I just blah 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 blah. She'll go into a normal cadence. Like even the breakup with Erica, that's why I thought that was fake, because she literally went from I'm just really sad to here are my doodles. And she was literally showing, like, I remember that vividly, and I'm like, she literally spent maybe 2 minutes, like, quote-unquote crying, and then 3 seconds later, so I wanted to show you guys are probably wondering about my doodles. Like, no, who asked? Not me.
Nobody cares about your doodles.
Like, who asked? So, just pay attention to that, because that's a common thread with all these.
I wasn't doing it in, like, a malicious way. No.
We don't care that you said her name.
No.
That's the thing. She cherry picks the things that she thinks
to, like,
we're mad about.
Yeah.
The most benign things that she thinks that is the main problem.
And it's not.
We're not. And Erica's not upset that you said her. Well, maybe she is, but like that's not the thing. We don't care about doxing. Like we've seen her anyway. She's been doxed. She's been revealed.
Yeah.
People found stuff. People did stuff. Like we don't care that
knowing that
we've been known. We've been new. But like that's not what we're upset about. We're upset about the fact that this whole thing happened and that you knew she had a wife and you still continue to involve yourself in a relationship with her. And we're very like, tell me every time you kissed your wife. Tell me every time you have sex with your wife. Oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
You choose your wife over me. She was getting mad at this woman for choosing her wife over her.
It's like, because that's her friggin' wife, you psycho.
Oh,
yeah.
And this Amber chick?
Yes.
Amber. Yeah, Amber entered into this relationship knowing that this woman was married.
She's still a victim, but she's also an idiot.
She's a victim?
Well, that's,
But
those two are not mutually exclusive. You can be a victim and you can also be an asshole.
She's, what's it called? Complicit
in her own, yeah.
Complacent?
She's complicit in her own downfall.
Yeah.
For sure. Anyway, let's keep going.
I was doing it to...
And look,
because I felt like that was the right thing to do.
She
the corners
and she was like, because I felt like completely normal, because I felt like that was the right thing to do. Like she freaking slips out of it and she realizes she better go back into it. Oh, it's so obvious. Everybody's clocked that by now, but
look, the smile, not the smile.
Yeah, not the smile. The second after you were just allegedly crying.
All I did was say Erica's name. That's all I did.
No, you did not.
I didn't share.
What about the fact that you wanted to do a relationship with a married woman? No, that's not the issue. The issue is you said her name.
No.
Anything else besides the fact that she was married.
Besides the fact that she was married.
Yeah. There we go. I think we might be closer to the little crux of the issue here. Darling.
Yeah, there you go.
Darling dear.
That affected me. You guys know I have the mental illness.
And we're just gonna.
So like this is just been a lot.
I have BPD.
For Erica.
I love how everyone's like, Alexis, get a life. Go away, Alexis, because Alexis just has to like white knight her freaking comment section and be like, oh, I'm shedding non-existent tears. Oh, that like who asked you? Not me.
Nobody asked Alexis.
Just like all of a sudden, it's like they just want to spill everything and say everything and.
They just want to spill. You're just mad because they're telling everything.
Right.
That's what it is. You're just mad because they're actually, like, speaking out on you being a shitty person. I mean, she admits that she's a shitty person too, but you're not innocent, girly pop.
me and my wife have an understanding. That was always her like go-to was me and my wife have an understanding with each other. So
yeah, but she was trolling you at this point. So she's gonna say whatever in case you go in her Instagram and find pictures of her wife and go, what the she has a story because she's trolling you. She's like, what's our story? What's the angle? What's the pitch? What's the play? Because she's trolling. You have to have a backstory.
And then, okay, here's a comment that I'm reading right now. It says, how can you wreck a home when they manipulated you? It's like, because you continued it. The minute that you heard that she was married, that's when you say, okay, I'm out. It's as simple as that, because you continued.
Yeah.
And even if you thought they were married for financial reasons, doesn't matter. She's married. Or even if you thought that it was an open marriage, it's still weird, and you should just question things in general, but she doesn't, because she just hears pretty things said to her and loses her mind.
I didn't think that Erica and I would get to the level that we got to, because her and I did just stay friends for a while. You guys know me, I move really fast.
We know, the hills.
That's just how like my heart works. It was different with Erica because it was just like a constant, super flirty friendship. Like, wow, Erica really likes me and she wants me to like give her a chance. Like, it felt nice knowing that like she was patient and she knew I was talking to like other girls and like she was still there for me, and like she always wanted to call me and like I would never answer her calls. Like, it very much was like,
this is such a different friggin' story. And okay, so there's always three sides to a story, right? There's her side, there's her side, and there's the truth. And we will never know the truth because all we can do is hear her side or her side. So it's like, it's probably somewhere in the middle. They were both probably being whatever. Like, maybe Erica got a little attached because she started having feelings for her, or whatever the case may be. And she was also being possessive. I don't see Erica being possessive of her, though. I don't.
No.
I really don't see that happening, especially if it was a troll to begin with. She's got a wife, and like, I just don't see her being the possessive one. So I think this is all bullshit. And just based on what we know, I mean, she's with Tommy. She doesn't give a shit. She can say whatever she wants now about Erica because she don't. It's over. It ain't continuing. So I don't know. It's just so weird. So again, it's like we'll never know what really happened.
Oh, and somebody made the comment on the screenshot of Erica messaging Brittany to find out where the timeline is.
Oh, interesting.
Because she wanted to get the timeline. People are saying so she could change her story.
Yeah,
it was for Amber. It wasn't so she would know how long this has been going on and whether or not she was talking to her while she was talking to her. It was for Amber to be able to manipulate the facts and change her story.
Right, exactly. No, I 100% think that it was all for... Because she literally is constantly... You'll see in the next one or in this one even, she's always looking over and like, what was it? Oh, what was that thing? Like, they're collaborating. They're co-conspirators. They're cooking up this thing together because they're a pair of freaking master manipulators. So you get the pair of master manipulators together, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to cook up this, and two master manipulators that probably think they're smarter than everyone else, they're going to freaking try and cook up some elaborate thing. But guess what? You got, how many subscribers does Amberlynn have now?
200-something thousand.
You got 200,000 friggin' people. 200,000 against 2? I wonder who's going to win. You know, we'll figure it out.
It's like 300.
Yeah, like...
We all know how that ended.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So, like, the truth will come out.
I ignore red flags. So anyways, it was like in December when I told Erica for the first time that I loved her. And I was drunk when I said it. But it opened up.
Oh, now you were drunk when you said I love you.
Shocker. Yep. Now you were drunk.
Now you were drunk when you said I love you and you didn't mean it. And it was only because you were drunk.
The first time it was like, I said I loved her because it was so important and meaningful. And they're like, well, I was fucking drunk. Which is it? Again, she tries to have it both ways.
Literally the only reason why we stopped talking is because she got mad at me because I actually started communicating more frequently with another girl. And she got upset about that. That's the only reason why we stopped talking, and was literally...
You don't look good in this either, if that's your excuse.
No,
because how many girls are you talking to right now?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make you look good.
Really only for a few days. Like, I don't understand. I wasn't the one who messaged...
So you go back and forth between all these people, but somehow you're a victim.
Right. It's so ridiculous.
I haven't felt this way in over a decade. Like, you open something inside of me that like
Oh,
I didn't even
God.
know was there. Like Brittany and Erica said that they messaged me as a troll in the beginning. So Brittany's supposed to be a therapist.
No, that's true.
They watched me for what, over 5 years?
That is true. That is scummy. Assuming she has mental issues, that is scummy for a therapist who is supposed to be helping people and whatever, like do no harm, you know, first do no harm or whatever the medical thing is. Like, I don't know if that applies to psychologists, but you know what I mean. Like, you're supposed to be in the profession to help people, point blank. And to do something that scummy, to mess with somebody, you know, I mean, we joked about it, but did we actually do it? No, because you know, as much as it would be funny, like no, you don't actually do it.
Yeah, you just talk about it.
So like, it is scummy of her to do that, of both of them to do that. So that's and again, both things can be true at once. You know, like literally both things can be true at once. She can be a victim, and she can also be complicit in her own demise. Like she can be complicit in her own downfall and complicit in an affair with a married. Like both things can be true. So like you're not. She sees the world in this black and white, which I think she even said with BPD.
Yeah.
Like everything is black and white. Everything, you know, there's very little room for a gray area. She might have even said, I want to say she said that it's in one of her videos. But like, so if that's the case, then it makes sense. But you also can't use that as a crutch or as an excuse and say, well, I can't help it. Sorry. Like, no, that's not an excuse. She is, and I realized I'm like, she reminds me of somebody, and it hit me who she reminds me of. And I'm going to put the scene from Glee in this, but she's Sugar Mata.
Sorry.
BPD.
When she's like, I sounded great, you sounded terrible. And then she's like, sorry, Asperger's. And then she hugs her.
Yeah, oh my God,
that's
I forgot
her.
about the Asperger's.
Yeah. That's her. I thought that when I first watched this. I'm like, Sugar Mata. I gotta remember Sugar Mata. But she is Sugar Mata. Like, but it's true. It's like, that's exactly what she's doing. She's like, oh, BPD. Sorry, I'm not going to do anything about it or go to therapy for it or anything like that.
Right, like, why aren't you in therapy? You can't blame your mental illness and not be doing anything to help your mental illness. Then you can't use it as an excuse if you're just, again, complicit in continuing to have these problems allegedly because of the BPD. Everything, all this stuff is because of your BPD and getting triggered and stuff, but you're not seeking help or counseling or anything.
Right. You're not actively trying to help yourself, which again, that's why we're angry with you.
That's her whole thing.
That's her whole problem. That's why people quote unquote hate her, because she just complains and complains and then never does anything about it. And as someone who complains and complains and never does anything about anything, hello, hi. But I'm also not making that a platform and wondering why nothing is going wrong. I know why nothing happens because hello. But like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. We're not purporting to be this person that knows everything. Mm-hmm. That's the difference.
They knew my mental health. They knew my mental state.
And you knew your mental health, and you knew your mental state. Yeah, maybe we don't get ourselves into these freaking situations. Just a thought. They play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Isn't that the saying? Like, I don't know what... I don't know what you expected.
All of the time she's cheated. Brittany's a cheater. Their marriage is a mess. Their marriage is a mess. So in my brain...
Yeah, well, your relationships have been perfect.
Once me and Erica became committed, I feel like my brain and my like heart... I'm just like what's the word? Hardwired? All of my energy...
Yeah,
like, there you go.
That's where when she looked, oh, what is it? And first of all, how the f*** do you not know that phrase or that, what's the word? That term, thank you. That term, like, hardwired. Like, you don't know, like, who are you? But, like, how do you not, and then yeah, the looking over, what is it? You're clearly talking to Tommy. We know this now. But at the time when I was watching this, I'm like, she's fucking talking to Tommy. She's fucking talking, like, she's gotta be. There's the calls coming from inside the house.
She realized, wow, like, I kind of like Amberlynn. Like, she's kind of hot. We formed a...
Where? Oh, man. I would need receipts for that, ma'am.
And of course now it's Feline's turn to get blamed.
Yep.
And to get, oh, Feline, nothing was real with that either. And it was
like,
all,
oh, please. It was the whole time you were obsessed with her for months after you broke up. You were crying about it. Please. And that's the thing. She can rewrite her own history so much. Like, she's
constantly doing it.
Semaglutide did stop working, but you guys, I'm not gaining weight. I'm
it
actually
stopped
losing
working
weight.
because you weren't using it properly, or you probably didn't increase it, or you probably you started smoking weed again, and you got the munchies, and you're like, oh no, it's not working. Like,
yeah. Everything always stops working.
It just inexplicably, this medicine that hundreds of people use that, helps hundreds of people, even though it's, not technically for that purpose. But hey, if it helps people, cool. You know what I mean? But it just all of a sudden, inexplicably, just stopped working. So you were doing something wrong. You weren't increasing it enough. You weren't listening to your doctors. You weren't, something. You weren't doing something.
I can see myself being with you forever. Like, you make me so happy.
Yeah, you act like words are like a contract. You act like words are like legally binding. Like, oh, she said she was going to be with me forever. Like, yeah, everybody says that, Like, everybody says, of course, when you're with someone, you're going to be like, oh. Every time somebody posts an anniversary post on Facebook, they're always like, here's to many more.
Right, yeah. Literally everyone says that.
It's just empty promises. Yeah. Words. Words are empty promises.
Mm-hmm.
I do see someone saying her wife is on her Instagram. I think I was blocked from that shit. Because I'm one of them ones, I'm going to go to your Instagram and I'm going to look. This is where I'm in the wrong. I stayed with Erica when she said that she was in marriage and that her wife would feel betrayed.
At least, you know what? At least she admits that. I know she's only saying that to save face or to whatever. She doesn't actually mean it, or she doesn't actually care, but she knows that if she doesn't admit it, then she'll get flack. But she said it. We'll give credit where credit's due. She said it. Thank you.
If she found out, I stayed with her. Erica firmly made me believe that she was in an unhappy marriage, that she wanted to be happy with me, that she wanted to come move in with me. So how the topic
And that's not exactly uncommon either.
Right.
Look at us and our parents.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides. So that what's the word, phenomenon in and of itself is not uncommon, or you know what I mean, like people do that. People, the grass is always greener, right? They start talking to someone else that they actually feel a connection with, or da-da-da-da-da, whatever. Sure, that probably did happen. Maybe she did start feeling like maybe there was something there, but, she drank not her own Kool-Aid, she drank your Kool-Aid, and whatever. But, it doesn't excuse anything, though. It's still not an excuse, because it's still wrong.
Brittany, you deserve better. I'm Amberlynn Reid, and Erica fell for me. That has to suck. Like, y'all started it as a troll, and it ended up being to the point where Erica was gonna move in.
Oh, and here's where she is feeling herself, and like, if she fell for me, this is such an ego boost.
It is, yeah.
She fell for me, and she, because I'm so special and I'm the best person on the entire planet. She fell for me. This is where she has to stroke her own ego.
With me, but she was telling me that she was going to write her wife a note, leave the house to her wife. You guys are asking about the Life 360.
Oh, this is wild to me, because what she's about to say is basically word for word what Erica said, but the opposite.
Right. Yep.
And it's crazy because it's literally word for word, but the opposite. So it's like she took what Erica said and wrote it down
she watched that shit.
And said it exactly the same, but backwards.
That did happen. She told me that she has Life 360, and I was like, what is that? And she was like, Brittany wants to track wherever I go because she thinks I'm cheating on her. And I was like, oh, awkward. Can we do Life 360? Like, I thought it would be fun. I was like, we can have each other's location. Anytime I would leave my house, she would get a notification that I left my house, and she would say, where are you?
But why do you want that?
Right, that's exactly...
That's the whole thing. It's like, every time I leave my house, you get a notification. So she's going to be annoyed with notifications whenever you leave your house. It's going to be another notification on your phone that you swipe up real quick. Like, what's the point?
Going. She would also Google addresses. Like, Erica...
Yeah, see, she's saying that Erica would Google addresses. Erica said that Amber was Googling addresses. Yep. It's like word for word.
That you're in a real life marriage, I was too fucked up to say bye. Like, I hate more than anything blaming my BPD. I get a
No,
you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You do it every time.
Everything you blame on your BPD. Trip and fall. Oh, BPD.
Every freaking time. And then I'm sorry, like, by the time I realized she was in a fully committed relationship, I was already too far in, and to say goodbye. It's like, well, tough shit, Mary.
Erica was that for me. June 9th, her uncle dies, and she immediately tells me. When Erica's like hurting or she's mad or something bad.
That's like something that you would tell someone that you're talking
to.
even as a friend, like, hey, I may not be around for the next couple days. My uncle died. That's something that you would say to anybody. That's someone you would say. I'd say that to my friends or I'd say that to literally anybody. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Happens, like, she's just very amplified. She is very much one of them types of people. So she responded like she usually does, and then all of a sudden she just like disappears, like off of the face of the planet. That was hard for me because I didn't understand it for days. She just wouldn't talk to me, and as someone with BPD, like it mentally was messing with me. And I would message her a few times a day,
and that's fair. She has therapy. This is why we go to therapy. She probably has abandonment issues from being bounced around the foster system. Her mom and her dad with the drugs and shit. Like, yeah, that's probably a real thing. Like, I'm not going to discount that. But you also can't use it, again, using it as an excuse and a crutch is the problem. You resolve these things within yourself. You go to therapy, you talk about it, you deal with these things. You don't just get to use them as a crutch for the rest of your life. Oh, sorry, I didn't do this. I blah, 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 whatever. No, that's the problem. Not the fact that you have this.
No, yeah, exactly.
Would tell her, why aren't you talking to me? We finally had the discussion, and she was saying how like she doesn't know if she wants to be with me, but she wants me to make that choice. Like I have those screenshots, like I do. Her saying how like after we
but you won't show them.
I kept messaging her.
Just saying that you have the screenshots is not
proof. Yeah, you're so stupid.
Like, are you stupid?
It's like, oh, I have the screenshots. Then
I won't show them, but I have them. I have screenshots that say that Donald Trump was going to send me $6 million.
But I'm not
so it must be true. But I'm not going to show them or anything, but just trust me, guys.
Take my word for it, guys.
Did you text her off of another number like she said you did? Yes, I did. It was like this weird closure thing for me. Yes, she blocked me after.
You told her to block you if she didn't want it. She does, and then you literally text her off of another number. Okay.
After her wife found out about me. Apologized to Brittany. I apologized to her on the phone, and she is a victim of this.
When did you say I'm sorry?
Yeah, I didn't hear that ever.
In that phone call.
Yeah.
Apology means nothing to her. Like, she's a hurt woman who just continuously gets hurt, and I helped in that. Cancel me all you want. I really just don't care at this point. No, I don't have control over my BPD. Fully, I don't. But I've improved.
Get
so
help!
Much,
what are you talking about? You've improved just by doing nothing?
Yeah. Yourself? You can't improve unless you actually try, you dipshit.
Isn't it like a chemical imbalance in your brain? No amount of trying,
whatever that means,
to control it. However you think you're improving, whatever you actively think you're doing to help is bullshit. You can't. There's some things that you can't fix yourself. You're not improving.
No, and you're not. You've been the same person for 10 years, and you're not going to change. I don't see improvement. We all thought we did when you were on the Ozempic, and I was like proud of you, and I actually started to like you a little bit. And then, thinking, okay, maybe she's changing her relationship with food. That's good. She doesn't feel the need to run to food.
And she was single for a while. Yeah. And she was happy and fine being. Well, was she though?
Was she though? We don't know.
Valentine was real, and everyone thought Valentine was fake. I have said multiple times.
That's one thing that we were proven wrong.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. We were, but you gotta admit the fact that she was talking to multiple people, that sort of explains it. But it's like. It was a decently solid theory in that she clearly was talking to all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
That was when I was on semaglutide. So today,
here we go. This is the way.
All right, I'm gonna turn on the scale. I'm stepping on.
Yeah, 460. Okay.
Oh my god. 467.8. So that means I'm actually down weight, and I had a feeling I was going to be because 467.8 last time I weighed myself.
And when was that?
I'm going to have 3 weeks ago? Consider compiling evidence like phone logs and stuff because they were determined to pretend this is all on you and not them. I don't care enough to do all that.
They never said it's all on you.
Not only are they bad people, liars, trolls, cheaters, but
they never said it was all on you. She full on admitted, this is my, I'm a piece of shit for doing this. This is, I'm partially to blame. Like, they never said it was all on you. She hears what she wants to hear. She hears, like, she has literally selective hearing where she's like, no, they're trying to blame. Like, when did they say that? Show me where they said that. She makes shit up and just expects everyone to believe her. It's
and listen,
so ridiculous.
Okay, I'm thinking about her weight loss, right?
Yep.
Her highest weight was 567.4 in 2019. Mm-hmm. So she is patting herself on the back for taking 5 years to lose almost 100 pounds. Think about that. Think about that. Just think about that for a second.
And the most of which she did in the last year, which good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
We're not knocking her. That's great. I hope she can.
But if she were serious about it,
she could have done it in months.
Yeah, if she just did, because remember The Biggest Loser?
Yeah.
Remember that show? I mean, they were pushing them to the max with dieting. Like, they lived in that house or whatever, and they put in that fridge only, and DoorDash and shit was not a thing back then.
Right.
So they could only eat literal whatever they had in the fridge, which was probably a bunch of vegetables. I almost said reptiles.
A bunch of reptiles.
A bunch of reptiles and salads and whatever they had, like lean protein, probably chicken, whatever they had in that fridge at that house. That is what they were allowed to eat. There was no pasta, there was no pizza, there was no.
Well, I mean, just look at my 600
none
pound
of that.
life.
But listen, can I finger?
Can you finger what?
What?
Can I finish my thought,
I'm sorry.
My thought is. And then they pushed them exercising. They literally sat there and screamed at them on the treadmill to go faster, to do more. On the elliptical, on the bike. They had to literally run a marathon.
Which is crazy.
But they all did it, and they were dropping
30 pounds a week.
They were dropping 35 pounds in 1 week. That's why I have no sympathy for her whatsoever, because if she even tried a little bit more, she could be losing 16 pounds in 3 days.
Yeah.
You could be dropping the weight, because that hurt. When you have more weight to lose, you lose it faster when you try.
Yeah, when you actually try. Or
when you try.
Like I was saying, my 600 pound life. Dr. Now sends him home, 1,200 calories, high protein, low carb. If you actually stick to that. There was one lady I watched, because I watch Shaun of Steel. Shout out to Shaun of Steel. He's a cool guy. He's from Maryland. Shaun of Steel watch a bunch of episodes. And this one lady, she lost, and I'm trying to remember the exact number, but she lost 100 and something pounds in a month.
Yeah.
On her own. Not even the hospital controlled diet. No, she went home and stuck to the shit and did the exercises and did the 1,200 calorie, high protein, low carb. She lost 120 pounds in a month.
Let me write that down. 1,200 calories, high protein, low carb.
Yeah, literally. You can get Dr. Now's book on Amazon, I'm sure, and he goes through the whole thing. But that's and granted, these people are 600-700 pounds, but that's, you can do it. She could lose probably at minimum 30 pounds a month if she just walked a little bit. And she does. She gets out. She walks around fine. But
or get a little step aerobic step and sit there, and you could watch TV and just go up and down. With some 5-pound weights in your hands.
And that's
work
the
your whole body.
Yeah. And that's the exercises that Dr. Now has them do. It's nothing crazy. You move your feet. You move your arms. You lift them up. You start with water bottles, or you start with whatever, and you just do exercises. Hell, I could sit here and do that. But
I have resistance bands. I should be
dude, I want to get some, because those resistance bands, I mean, even like Sean, he said he used the resistance bands, and he's lost 360 pounds. So, it can be done, and he had weight loss surgery.
I need to find him.
But, Shaun of Steel. He's a cool channel. I'll plug him down below because he's really cool.
It can be done, and I just, that's how you know she's not trying.
She's not trying at all.
If she was,
she'd be losing. She'd be losing.
She would be dropping. And she was for a while. It's hard to clap for her for losing 2-3 pounds.
The same 2-3 pounds we've seen her lose over and over and over.
Yeah, it's hard to clap for her losing a couple pounds. Yeah. Where if she just tried a little bit harder,
right.
Gun slide.
What the fuck was that?
No, it's my Pez dispenser.
I was like,
that sounded like a gun, dude.
I was like, who just racked one into the chamber?
Oh my god, what is happening right now? And I will applaud her when she gets below 400. Mm-hmm. Then okay, she has made significant.
How about
progress.
When she gets past her original weight?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
when she gets past that, then congratulations, you're finally in the net negatives.
Yeah.
After 10 years.
Why did you say Alexis gives you the ick? I've never said that.
I just want to start off by saying that
I don't want to watch this at all.
I don't like her.
Fucking Alexis. Oh, she's the
I don't
worst.
like her.
I'm not very well liked in the community. And that's fine. You guys can continue to say whatever you want about me, that I'm a clout chaser and I'm irrelevant and I'm annoying. Mm-hmm. That's fine. Yep. But if I was that irrelevant or that annoying, you guys wouldn't be leaving hundreds of comments on my TikTok every day, reaching out the way that you do in support of me, in support of Amber. I know that Amberlynn has said and done a couple of controversial things on YouTube during her career over the last decade. I'm not a stranger to this. I was a viewer before I was a friend. We started talking in July of 2023. Amberlynn has shown me one of the greatest friendships that I have known in my 28 years of life. She truly makes me feel like I am not so alone in this world. The people that I have surrounding me in my real life have never shown me the kind of patience and understanding. And message for Erica. You don't scare me. And I know you told me that I needed to be careful and that you know more about me than I think you do. Well, vice versa.
This is kind of tea. What she says now. It's kind of fire. It's kind of lit.
Yeah.
Versa. Yes, I have girlfriends over the last year. That's fine for me. I don't have a wife. And regardless if you and Amberlynn had a relationship or not, you've cheated on your wife before and you're gonna do it again because that's the kind of person that you are. So if you wanna play this game, Erica, I'm more than happy to play with you. And quite frankly, I believe this is probably coming out now because you probably can't pay rent again because you're a job hopper and you are unstable and your wife doesn't work and you have a steroid problem. And not only do you have to support your and your wife's needs, but also your other girlfriend's needs.
Brittany is no victim.
And again, okay, receipts, first of all.
Yeah.
If you're going to make those claims, you better be able to back them up, Mary.
Yep. Objection, lack of evidence.
Yeah. So, first of all, that. Second of all, if that is true, I mean, again, we said last time, there are no heroes. These people aren't the good heroes. These people aren't the good people and the bad people. You know what I mean? They're just as scummy. And I don't believe if she cheated with Amber, she's capable of cheating with someone else. So I don't doubt that she could be capable of doing, you know what I mean? So, like, sure, I don't doubt that. But again, if you're going to make claims, it is the onus is on you to provide proof. That these things are true. So if you can't just say things like
Amberlynn doesn't even know the word onus.
She doesn't know what onus means, yeah. But anyway, so like, yeah, if you're going to talk tea, then it's on you, which is what the onus is the responsibility and the duty is on you to prove
duty. Lois.
Oh my god. Then it's your job to basically prove it. You're making the accusations, not someone else. So you need to prove it. So, long story short, knowing what we know, she's with Tommy, so all this doesn't really matter. This is all distraction. This is like politics. This is like the distraction from the
exactly.
thing.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah. This is the distraction from the thing that they don't want you to know about. So, she wants, and I think Amber is, buying into it for that reason. So that people talk about that and not the fact that she's still with Face McGee. The freaking feeder. So knowing what we know she's talking to Tommy in the background, and that's all stupid. She blames the wrong things. She blames the wrong people. There are no heroes in this story, to sum up, and it's just a big old friggin' dumpster fire.
Yep.
So anyway, so that's our little thoughts on everything that's been going on from Amber's perspective and Alexis' perspective. Sorry. I just don't like her, and I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. See you in the live stream, the drunk live stream. So
we're getting lit? Okay.
Oh my god, dude, it was a hot mess and a half. So we'll see you over there. This has been this one.
This has been this one. The next one will be the next one.
Yep. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.